in the block zones on Silverstar. Day 2, Europa Park. It's about 49 degrees Fahrenheit, so a little bit on the chilly side. Should get up to mid-60s today, so not too bad, and definitely not raining, so weather's better than yesterday already. And I got enough rest last night, feeling good, feeling refreshed, ready to go. So the plan is to head into the park, of course, here at the normal entrance. And then there's a back entrance by where I want to go, which is Wodan and Bluefire and Atlantica Super Splash. I think that's where the resort entrance is. But I'm going to try and take that little train over to the other side of the park and start there. If the train's not running, then I'll just walk over there. It's not too far. Oh, let's have a good day here, Europa Park, day 2. All right, time for a ride on the Panorama Bahn, which looks open. There's people on it. So let's have a ride over to the other side of the park. Classic car ride. Here's the Ireland area, which I've made an executive decision, probably skip that area. It's mostly a kiddie area. Ba Express is over there, that's a kiddie coaster. I did it last time. I feel like probably don't need to do it again, since I did it on my first visit. So I'll actually plan on doing 10 of the 11 coasters anyway. But it's a good area for the kiddos. A lot of little kiddie rides there in that area.
Haltestelle England.
Prochain arrêt, station anglaise.
Next station, England.
Arrived at England. I'll continue on to Spain.
Bitte bleiben Sie sitzen, bis der Zug steht.
There's Arthur, I'll be riding that later. Powered coaster, Alpine Express. We'll be riding that in a little bit as well. I think I'll start at Atlantica Super Splash if it's open. I see a boat going up the lift hill right now. Welcome to Spain. Ferry swing. Columbus something or other is here as well. A couple flat rides I want to do, but I'll do those in a little bit. We'll focus on kind of the rest of the coasters in this area, then we'll do some flat rides. So let's head to Atlantica Super Splash, and then maybe Wodan and Bluefire. After that, I'll probably get a couple rides on each of those. Atlantica Super Splash. Doesn't look like anybody wants to ride. Wonder why. I remember not getting too wet on it, except for that dolphin on the other side. That was the worst. I want to see if this is open and have a ride right now. It is open. There's just no one here. Looks like I'll probably be getting a boat to myself. It's definitely gonna sit in the back. Hopefully not get too soaked here this morning. Oh, it's a ride on the Atlantica Superstar. Didn't get me today. Not bad at all. Would have had a Zen ride with those guys in front of me. Kind of joined last second, which is fine. I think I sat on the driest seat in the entire boat. Didn't hardly get wet at all, which was fantastic. I remember my first ride, actually only ride, on Journey to Atlantis at SeaWorld San Antonio, which is a very similar kind of turntable, shoot the chutes. I think it's also a Mac kind of super splash, just like this one. My only ride on that was a Zen ride. I had the entire boat to myself. This time, very close to a Zen ride. Almost got, the dolphin almost got me there at the end, but seems to get the left side of the boat. So yeah, decent ride. I'm gonna head on over to Wodan next for some GCI goodness. Let's have a couple rides here on Wodan timber coaster, GCI. And a very good one from what I remember. I think I'll do the main line right now. It's a 10-minute wait. I'm going on a long journey here. It's quite the walk. Back into more tunnels. I've never done the main line for this. All right, let's go for a front row ride on Wodan. was an excellent front row ride on Wodan. My first front row ride on it. Didn't do it last time because the front row queue is in the main queue. You can queue for it separately, but I did just single rider line last time. I'm gonna go back around and do single rider and see what row I get before moving on to Bluefire. We got some Titan track here before the lift hill. Wonder if this was here on my last visit. It probably was, and I just didn't notice. That's very likely. There's a lot of things I don't notice. But nice to see a Titan track in there. Going around for my third ride now here in Wodan. Doing the single rider line. After this, I'll move on to Bluefire. GCI certainly knows how to build them. That's a fantastic ride. Just did 3 rides on it. The front row ride and row 4 and a row 5. You probably only saw 2, but the other POV will probably be in a future marathon video. Just a fantastic ride. Every element hits. Some great floater airtime on it, great laterals. This first drop here is fantastic. It's very smooth. For a wooden coaster, they take very good care of it. Running 2 trains. It's definitely an above average GCI. I'd say my only complaint about it is that it's a little bit on the shorter side, especially compared to other GCIs like Thunderhead and Troy at Toverland and even Gold Striker, my home park. I think those are probably the only GCIs I'd say are better than this one. In my opinion, it's a very good ride. I'll probably be getting more rides on it later in the week. For now, I'm gonna do a Mack Mega Coaster, Bluefire. So I'm gonna head in that direction. See the track. That's good timing. It didn't look like there was any line, so I'm gonna go for a front row ride to start things here in Bluefire. And that will be front row on all 4 of the major coasters here, which is great. Hopefully it's not too long of a wait for the front row. And I'll probably do single rider after that. Let's ride, front row, Bluefire.
Entschuldigung, jetzt haben wir ein Problem.
Bluefire, so good. Mac Mega Coaster. Great hang time there on that first inversion. Then I love the last inversion. It's almost like the Mosasaurus roll at Velocicoaster at Universal. There's no single rider line at all, so I think I'm gonna go back around and do a couple more rides before it's break time. Got 3 rides in a row there on Bluefire. Front row, row 3, back row. Last 2 rides there on the single rider line, which was pretty much non-existent. Right now I'm gonna take a little bit of a chill out, a little bit of a break here. So the line is starting to get a little bit longer. Weather has gotten really nice though. It's about 60 degrees Fahrenheit, which is fantastic. I'm gonna continue on with a couple more coasters afterwards. Alpine Express and Arthur still to go. As well as some dark rides like Snorri Tourin, the Ghost Train. A lot more to come still. Still want to do the flat rides in Spain as well. So yeah, I'm going to continue on afterwards after take a little bit of a break. Time for a dark ride in the Scandinavia area. Snorri Tourin. This was pretty decent from what I remember. So let's have a ride. Let's ride. So heading out of the Scandinavia area now. Very beautiful area. It's nice that they were able to rebuild it. Just got an evac there on Snorri Touring. Started to break down towards the end of the ride. Now it's closed. So technical difficulties. I'll probably come back later on and visit. Let's get a full ride on it. Pretty much got through most of the ride anyway. It's a very cute dark ride. I think it has some of the characters there from the Rolantica water park, which I'll have to visit at some point this week. So I think coming up next, I'm heading towards Alpine Express. I might actually do the log flume as well, because it did kind of warm up a little bit. So I wouldn't mind a log flume anyway. Not a rapids, but I'll do a log flume. So Alpine Express and then the log flume, I think, is the plan for now. So I'm gonna head in that direction. So we'll do the log flume first, since I came across it. Tiroler Wild Wasserbahn. Doesn't look like there's any wait. So let's have a ride on this log flume first. Let's ride. It's actually nicely themed, good ride. Log flume. Got some interaction there with the Alpine Express. Didn't get too soaked. Feet are a little wet and then got a little spray in the face there, but not too bad otherwise. Missed out on this actually on my first visit last year in August, because the line was actually pretty long. But not today. See from the empty boats. Now I'm gonna have a ride on the Alpine Express. Let's go for a Road 2 ride, Alpine Express. Goodnack powered coaster. Good for the family. Alpine Express. I'll head over there to the wave swinger, give that a ride, and then probably do the 2 flat rides in Spain before moving on to the last coaster that I want to ride, which is Arthur. Quiet day here at Europa Park. There's more people getting on the wave swinger now, but just had a ride there with a lot of empty seats. It's a Monday. The weather is nice. Yeah, this is kind of what I was hoping for when I booked the trip. Even though, like I was saying yesterday in part 1, I think ideally you want to do probably end of April is probably the best time to go. Just couldn't make that happen this year. So I wanted to still squeeze in this trip, and I know that there's going to be probably bad weather to come on this trip. I'm expecting it, but it's a really nice day here today. And yeah, it's kind of what I was hoping for when I booked it. Low crowds and great weather. It's about 60 degrees Fahrenheit right now. See the train going by that I rode earlier. So I head back into the Spain area for a couple flat rides here coming up next. I was checking the app not that long ago, and Voltron was on 15-minute wait. Silverstar's walk on. I'm gonna be here all week, so I'll get more rides on those for sure. Start with a ride on Columbus Yol. My pronunciation is awful, but this is a fun ride. Yeah, let's have a ride. This is a fun one. This is one where you kind of turn the ship. Let's have a ride. Ferris swing. Love that Columbus ride where you can spin the ship with the steering wheel. Go backwards, go sideways. That's a fun ride. Ferris swing up next. Now let's have a ride. Swing and Columbus before that. Both great flat rides in my opinion. Kind of tucked away in the corner of the park here. So I'm going to make my way through the little fairy tale forest. It's similar to the one at Efteling, just a lot smaller. At least it reminded me of fairy tale forest anyway. Walk through there and head towards Arthur. It's a very beautiful part of the park here by the lake. Josefina, little boat ride. Kind of going through this little fairy tale like forest, like at Efteling, which I'll be back at later on in the trip. Hopefully it'll be a lot quieter at Efteling than it was on my first visit, because it was very, very busy. But yeah, Efteling had little displays similar to this, little walkthroughs that you can go through. Reminded me a lot of that fairy tale forest in Efteling. I'm heading towards Arthur, which is the last of the coasters that I want to do here. The only other one that I haven't done would be Ba Express, which is the kiddie coaster. It's time for Arthur, which is a max suspended powered coaster. It's a very solid ride. Have some indoor sections here. You have an outdoor section as well. It's a very good family ride. It also features some Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg in it as well, which is very jarring. Well, let's have a ride on this.
Das ist die richtige
Still fucking with you. Still waters run deep. Still snooping off the
Rides there on Arthur. You're probably just gonna see one of the POVs. It's a very good ride, very good family coaster, but that Dr. Dre Snoop Dogg bit gets me every time. Guessing they don't have a whole lot of Americans coming here to Europa Park. So next I'm gonna take a little bit of a break and probably do the EP Express, the other monorail that I didn't do last time. And we'll continue on. Still more flat rides to come, dark rides. There's the Ghost Train, Voltarium, Cassandra. And I'll probably wrap up with another ride on Silverstar and Voltron. This outdoor section is actually surprisingly pretty thrilling here at the end. It's a bit forceful there going down. It's a good ride, Arthur. Mine Efteling. So back in Spain, gonna have a ride on the EP Express. This is the other monorail that I didn't do last time. This has stations, I think, in Greece and Germany, if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna have a quick little ride here on this. That was perfect timing. Right as I walk up, monorail rides.
Andrei, ты девочка, ты
The grease station. Main Street station. We're back at the Spain station. We'll continue on to Greece. Do a couple dark rides there. Did a nice little loop there, the EP Express. Got off at Greece, so we can do a couple rides here. There's a shooting dark ride. Aventura Atlantis. There's also Cassandra, which I'm gonna head to first. This is the knock in that house that violates you. It's different for sure.
Oh nein, Cassandras Buch. Ein Fluch, der auf ihr lastet, kann niemand ihren Weissagungen umschenken. Jetzt ist
Definitely a unique madhouse, Cassandra. Towards the end there, it's like the feeling of hands coming up through the seat, kind of groping you. That's a new one for sure. I'm gonna head over to the shooting dark ride now, Aventura Atlantis. I remember that being actually very good, from what I recall. So let's go have a ride on that. Atlantis. That's 70,000. It says Barracuda level apparently. From what I can gather, I think the blue targets were more than the green. And there were occasionally some red targets. I think those were the high value ones from what I can gather. It's a good shooting dark ride. Up next, I think I'm gonna head over to the German area to do Voltarium. And then some of the other dark rides in like the Italy area, like Piccolo Mundo. There's also the Ghost Train. Still quite a bit to do here. It's flying theater time, Voltarium. Very similar to soaring around the world at Epcot and California Adventure. Love the theming in here too. Just kind of takes you around Europe. Just like soaring around the world does take you around the world, soaring around California or over California. Takes you around California. This is the Europe version pretty much. Prix this year. Some similarities there as well between that and the California and the Sword Around the World version. It's the scene of Neuschwanstein Castle, which I've been to. The golf ball thing reminded me of a scene in Sword Around California. So next I'm gonna head over and do a couple more dark rides. There's the Ghost Train and Piccolo Mundo. We're in the Italy area. And then I'll probably do the dark ride that was next to Eurosat Can coaster, which is Madame Curiosities, I think it was called, Madame something. That was the weird like dinosaur birthday party one, if I remember correctly. So I'll do those and then probably wrap up with another ride on Silverstar and Voltron to kind of finish off the day. Castello de Medici. Geisterschloss. Let's go through the Haunted Mansion elevator first before riding.
Töricht, ein Besuch hier zur Mitternachtsstunde. Lauscht, ich verrat euch gar höllische Kunde. Die Bedingungen stimmen, das Schicksal sich erfüllt. Lorenzo seinen Plan euch zu spät erst enthüllt. Die Falle schnappt zu, habt das Spiel schon verloren. Durch euer Opfer das Dunkel weit heraufbeschworen. Fahrt hinab zu verborgenen Schrecken und Not, zu Elend, Schmerz, Tortur. Am Ende bleibt euch nur der Tod. Na, wieso denn plötzlich so schüchtern? Kommt ruhig heraus, wir werden sicher einen Mordsspaß mit euch haben. Seid willkommen im Castello themeparks.
Offer you this chilling challenge to find a way out. Of course, there's always my way. Ghost Train Town.
Ihre Alltäglichen kleinen Sorgen für immer vergessen. In wenigen Minuten darf ich Sie zum Toten tanzen. Sie großen Tanz. Lassen Sie uns
delikat voll der Pein, euer Opfer für uns wird der Aufstieg. Geht auf Fenster.
There's Europe's Haunted Mansion. Next up, we're gonna dark ride Piccolo Mundo. Let's ride. Charming little dark ride, Piccolo Mundo. We're gonna finish the dark ride tour at Madame Curiosities. We're next to Eurosat Can coaster. There's also that bench ride, I can't remember the name of it, it's over by Euromir. Probably skip that this time around. That was a very short ride. And I just wanted to kind of wrap up over here. Eurosat Can. Let's have a ride on the dark ride that's right next to it. Alright, it's Madame Freudenreich Curiosities. So let's celebrate a dinosaur birthday, I don't remember I don't know what's going on with this one. It's certainly a unique ride, I gotta say. at a complete loss with that. It's definitely one of the strangest rides I've been on, that's for sure. Alright, there's probably about 30 minutes or so left in the park day, so I'm gonna wrap things up with another ride on Silverstar and Voltron. Pretty much walk on. I'm gonna go for a ride on my favorite row here, back row. We have a nano coaster here. What to think about that one? Anyways, that was a fantastic back row ride there on Silverstar, B&M Hyper. Next up, I'm going to finish with one more ride on Voltron to finish up day 2. had a row 3 ride there on Voltron. The ride op recognized me from yesterday and just says I wear all the cool shirts. Yesterday I had a Fury 325 shirt on, today I have a Wildcats Revenge shirt on. So that's pretty cool. So that's going to bring an end here to day 2 at Europa Park. I'm here for 4 more days. Just going to kind of take it easy and keep riding more coasters, more rides. I've pretty much shown everything off that I kind of wanted to. There's still more to this park, of course. This is such a huge park. But yeah, just amazing rides on Voltron, Silverstar, Bluefire, Wodan. Those are the big 4 in my opinion. There's just so much more to this park. Plenty for everybody to do, for kids, families. Just such a beautiful park. This is pretty much the gold standard for theme parks in my opinion. Right up there with Disney and Universal. Just the way the operations are, they're very efficient with everything. Very few ride breakdowns too, which is actually kind of surprising for it being a kind of a slow, quiet day, slow, quiet time here before the summer season. But everything's open and running. Just had a great time so far and looking forward to even more rides here and more days at this park. This mega trip is just starting for me. Up next, I think, is going to be the UK. I'd have to look at the schedule again because jam-packed a lot until the next few weeks. But got to hit the Lay Shuttle up to the UK to do some of the major UK parks there. Alton Towers, I believe, is up next. And then Blackpool Pleasure Beach and Thorpe Park before coming back down to the Benelux for even more theme parks. So with that, thanks so much guys for watching as always. Signing off from Europa Park. Take care guys. Farewell to the best theme park on planet Earth.